play and call it work.
The Emperor's Champion.
Hey everybody, Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to episode 3 of The Emperor's Champion, a Warhammer 40k 9th edition narrative campaign. If you're wondering, hey, where's episode 2? I'll remind you that every week we're putting out 2 episodes. Last week we put out episode 1 and 2. We put the 2nd episode and the 4th episode and the 6th episode and the 8th episode and so on and so forth are in the Mini Wargaming Vault. Really, we make these narrative campaigns for our Vault members because of how much they support us and how much they actually join the Vault for these. But we want to make sure that you guys on YouTube get to see how much fun we're having too, and so we put out every other episode so you can watch those and hopefully then try out the Vault, which will be at the link in the description below for episode 4 of the campaign. I think you can not join the Vault and still just watch every other episode, but you won't get the full story. Before I jump into the story and give spoilers from last week, I want to give a shout out to Mark Collins. And last week I said I had got this idea from somewhere and I couldn't remember where, and then I remembered after we had already published the video and everything. And that is a short story called Champions All, like A-L-L, like we're all champions. Champions All by Mark Collins. It's a Black Library short story, Black Library book, short story. And it details, basically if you watch the first episode and then you go read that short story, you'll be like, okay, he got that idea. But you could actually read the book now and it'll give you no spoilers because that's where it ends. I basically took the same hook. I liked how the story began, but that one involves orcs and it has a different purpose and a different conclusion to what we're driving for here. So you can actually go and buy that book, read it. It's a really good short story. So thank you, Mark Collins, for these cool ideas. And I really don't mind saying that I just pulled somebody else's idea and threw it in a narrative campaign, because that's what I keep telling people. So people are like, where do you find ideas for your stories? I'm like, I just grab them from movies and books, like unabashedly. It's just fine. It's a lot of fun. And then I twist them and turn them and change them and homebrew them and make them my own. But yeah, definitely a lot of the inspiration for this came from that. So thank you, Mark. So warning for spoilers for episodes 1 and 2, because I will be talking about the story as it continues. But as we go back and we look back at what happened, well, of course, we had the first attack against the Fortress Cathedral that was going well until they realized it was a trap, and the Genestealer cultists detonated a bunch of explosives all around that engagement area, plunging a lot of the Black Templars and Sisters of Battle to their death over 100 feet into the ground and buried in rubble. And so far, we've seen a few of them that had survived that, one being the Emperor's Champion, another being Sister Kathael, the canoness that was leading the Adeptus Sororitas in that attack. And we've come across a Crusade squad, a chaplain, and a group of Sword Brother and some surviving veterans. Well, let's continue the story after that. They did go into the cathedral, drove back some of the cult, who don't seem to be completely aware of their presence. Like there was definitely a Magus that saw them and then retreated from that. But so far, all of the threats that they've come across have been disorganized, probably because they didn't expect anybody to survive, and also are distracted by a full frontal assault by an entire crusade of Black Templars, joined by a host of Sisters of Battle. Like, I think that would grab your attention a little bit if you were in the middle of this war. And so they've continued along through these catacombs. Sister Kathael remembers them. She actually grew up on this planet. She's a much older canoness. Because it was decades ago that this planet fell. And so she's come back. And so she recognizes and she remembers a lot of the passageways. But a lot has changed as well. She notices that a lot of the machinery has been changed. A lot of the panels have been ripped off the walls and things have been rewired. New machinery has been added. New pipes are everywhere. There's definitely lots of containers of equipment and things that are scattered all over the place. And of course, there's also parts that have fallen into ruin, especially because of the explosion that had happened outside and all the bombardment that had been happening over the course of this crusade as well. She's not sure as to why they are making these kinds of changes or what their purpose is, but it really upsets her. And she's quite angry because this place was built to sing praises to the Emperor and to harness the winds coming through the planet and to sift out his will. And so seeing that they are modifying the architecture and modifying the machinery that would allow them to do all of that just angers her. Her blood boils and she kind of ignores, shrugs off those injuries that she felt before and moves on, ready to enact the will of the Emperor and bring justice to these mutants and heretics. And as they move through the catacombs and cut down a bit of resistance here and there, nothing that really gives them any threat, all of a sudden a huge armored Sentinel comes stomping around the corner of one of the large corridors, and it's got a huge last cannon that trains on the Space Marines. But just before it fires, a sound of melta-guns firing goes through and just rips it to shreds, and it explodes. And then out of this fireball of an explosion, behind that, you see standing there a group of Retributors, a squad of Battle Sisters armed with multi-meltas. And Sister Kathael, of course, is very happy. This lifts her spirits a bit to see that they are alive. And I don't know if I'd say alive and well. They definitely have some battle scars and some wounds on them, but they have managed to survive this. And they come to her and talk to her about how they've survived the fall and have been wandering and trying to stay in incognito mode, trying to keep it on the down low so that they're not discovered and overwhelmed by the probably tens of thousands of cultists who are down here. And in so doing, they actually have discovered an area that seems to be heavily guarded by the cult, and they seem to be guarding something of importance beyond, not far from the location where Sister Kathael and the Emperor's Champion and the Chaplain had found them. And so the Emperor's Champion, of course, being as just wanting to forge forward and find the biggest thing to fight, decides that he wants to lead his forces to that area to fight the biggest thing that he can do, so he can do it in the glory of the Emperor. If he's going to die down here, he's going to take as many of the cultists with him as possible. And the Chaplain, of course, and Sister Kathael have no problem in following him into battle, seeing him as the Emperor's will made manifest. And so we will jump into that fight now as they blast their way through narrow corridors and tight passageways and cut through the cultists to see if they can make it to the area beyond and find out exactly what the cultists are guarding down here that is of such importance that they've left enough people to guard it and not sent them to the front of the battle against the Black Templar and Sisters of Battle above. Let's take a look. Your motley crew is looking less motley. Look at all these.
A little more cohesive again?
Yeah, it looks like it's becoming an army again. So a reminder of the upgrades. Our Emperor's Champion, Brother Arbrecht.
Whoa.
Oh wait, sorry, I pointed the wrong guy. This guy. They all look so similar. He's gotten the upgrade that he can heroically intervene 6 inches, and also he gives +1 leadership to everybody nearby. And that'll be Sisters of Battle as well. Our close combat group of Crusaders, oh boy, they got a good upgrade, which I'll probably rebalance as I do this again in the future narrative campaign, that they get +1 of their saves against anything that's AP 0 or -1. Probably rebalance that to just be that they ignore AP -1. But this is fine for this one. I really don't mind them running around 2-up saves, essentially. And then we've got our Chaplain, whose Crozius Arcanum has +1 strength, and the Canoness, whose Chainsword has +1 damage. And the Veterans and obviously the Retributors have yet to be upgraded.
We also have a helmet.
Oh, right, and you got the Relic. And you remember what that Relic does?
Crusader's helm?
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay, so I pick a unit, start my turn, and that unit will count as if they have the Assault Doctrine active.
That's right. And for Space Marines, that means pistols and melee weapons get +1 AP. And for Black Templar, that means in melee, if they roll 6 to hit, it automatically wounds without a roll required. And it always automatically hits, but that was already the case. And just a reminder, we're not using the combat doctrines as they're written, so that we're not going to start in Devastator, because these games tend to be more turns, and so those kind of rules don't really make sense. And yeah, it's not a cohesive battle that's being fought. It's more little skirmishes here and there. But we're still going to use all the other stuff. You can assume that they get all the rules as if they were Battle Forged. We got our Miracle Dice, and we got all of the other Space Marine buffs. Speaking of which, what's our first Miracle Die? It's a 5.
It's a reasonable
Not
5.
bad. Your goal is pretty straightforward. We'll see if it continues to be straightforward. Is to exit on this side of the table. That's it. Piece of cake.
Oh, but there's things to look at.
So you'll notice most of these doors, I'm going to tell you, are going to be locked and sealed. And this is where your melta-guns come in handy. So you'll notice that it's set up so that there is an easy path that's longer, but you can also blast through doors to make a shorter path and reveal what's inside. But, as you open up doors, it's a fog of war where I don't show models until you actually have...
But there could be loot.
There could be loot, but these are more storerooms. This isn't Death Watch where you open up crates and find a chainsword with
I don't know that.
armor bane. So, but you don't know what's in all those crates yet. So, like, we'll find out. Maybe there's some secondary objectives. Who knows? But of course, you get the first turn. It'll be a little more loosey-goosey until enemies are on the field, but we'll see what happens.
Well, we're not even gonna knock on the door. We're just gonna melt it down.
So straight to the shooting phase.
Yep.
There's 3 multi-meltas there.
3's to hit, because there should be 2's to hit. Look how close we are.
And yeah, right. There's toughness 7.
Okay, so 3's to wound. I love it.
These are all -4 d6 damage each. So
Do
just
they
roll.
save?
There's no save. No, they're 3-up saves.
Oh.
Just rolled all 3 of them.
Okay.
And that's enough. 11's enough to kill it. I know you can roll 2d6 for each and take the highest, and so basically we could just roll those 3 and you could re-roll into lower numbers. So the first door just blams open as it's, or actually, sorry, more like, it's kind of like that in that wonderful movie, Star Wars 1, where they stick the lightsaber into the bulkhead and it like melts away, except very, very fast.
Very, very slowly.
Best movie in the world.
Okay, now, would you say there's been a lot of noise down here already?
You mean, are you making a lot of noise as you come in?
Well, I mean, have we already made a lot of noise? Did I just make a bunch of noise? Like, have we been stealthy so far?
Yeah, stealth is hard for Space Marines, obviously, but the thing is,
Clang.
it's noisy down here. Because for 2 reasons. One, there's the constant hum and buzzing of machinery. Mm-hmm. Like, they don't use LEDs in their lights. Their lights are all like, you know, like that really annoying that certain lights make.
A Sentinel just blew up, right?
Yeah.
We've made plenty of noise.
But you've also traveled literally 2 or 3 miles through these catacombs. Like, this place is the size of a city. And so, like, if you made noise in a part of a city,
right,
another part of the city would not necessarily know. Maybe they heard a little boom from a distance, but here you're actually in an underground city, kind of.
Now, so I guess the question would be then, how loud is a melt-a-gun melting a door?
Not particularly loud.
Okay.
It would definitely alert anybody nearby, but it's not like for miles out, now everybody knows you're here.
Okay.
Now, of course, people might vox out things or telepathically communicate things, but you don't know, basically.
Okay.
If you're wondering whether you should tiptoe through this, the answer is you don't need to.
Well, I was more thinking about them pipes. I wonder what's in them. If I just melted them from here, maybe they all explode, and this guy's hiding on the corner.
Yes. You are allowed.
That's gonna be pretty loud.
You are allowed to interact with the environment in any way that you see fit, and then we'll just see what happens.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay. But before you decide what you're going to do in your next turn, we are going to reveal that there are some cultists at the end of this hallway. Revealed at the end of the corridor is a mixed squad of cultists. Some of them hybrids, some of them acolytes, some of them neophytes, some of them just people who have joined the cause. But you see a couple of them are holding missile launchers, which is unusual, of course, for G6 cults. So now as we go into a new battle round, we're actually going to roll for not initiative, but like who gets to go first.
Oh, don't kill my sisters.
Yeah, right away. We'll roll off, re-rolling ties. Ooh, 5 and 5.
There's a first die for this. Oh.
Okay,
First die
you get to go first. First off, you get a numerical die. Oh, it's a 2. Oh, whatever.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a litany to give my really amazing possible heal squad no damage and a 5+. I get it.
You got it. The Emperor is finally listening. You can hear the whistles and the hums of the songs going through the hallways. Movement phase!
Okay, sisters are not gonna be
No, they're not the front ones.
dumb. They're gonna back up
They are zealous, but not that zealous.
and leave room for the Crusader squad to advance.
4 inches, so 10 in total.
We're gonna stop a little shy because we know what the plan is. Yeah, that's good there. The Emperor's Champion is also going to go ahead and do that. Oh, the advance. So he's going to go.
That was a 6 for those who couldn't see that.
Oh, sorry, that's a weird angle. When it landed in the heart. And everybody else can advance, obviously.
So little space that.
Actually, Candace will stay back here a little bit. Leave room for the Sword Brethren to catch
Well,
up.
lets them reroll 1s to hit for anything, right?
Yeah.
So her nearby is always good. Crowding down the hallway as we enter the shooting phase. What are we going to do?
I'm going to try to fire the 3 melta guns at the pipes.
Oof.
And I mean, if they're like water pipes, oops.
Or maybe they're sewer pipes.
Oh. Yeah, we're taking that risk now.
Melta's hitting on 3s. They ignore the whole moving and heavy penalty.
Candace is nearby, so we'll reroll the 1s. Oh.
Okay, you just need 2s to wound pipes. They're rusty old pipes.
Aw.
You got 1. That's enough. So you hit it. You're hoping Prometheum? Well, you get an interesting result. You hit it and it melts away part of the pipe, and a brownish reddish liquid all of a sudden spews out. And as it spews out through this this superheated part of the pipe from the melta, and at first it kind of floods into the hallway, and then a moment later it ignites.
Oh. What is it? Is it Promethean?
It's not Prometheum. It's, well, you can investigate a little closer, but you'll find later on that it is Prometheum mixed with blood.
Oh, ew, what? Why? Ew.
Well, that's how these reactors work.
No, really?
Kind of. They mix in that kind of stuff.
Why is everything so dark?
An explosion goes along this entire pipe, and what we'll do is basically everything within D6 inches will take D6 mortal wounds.
Roll low, roll low, roll low, roll low.
D6 inches?
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
It explodes back, hits your Emperor's Champion, and then everybody else. So the Crusade Squad will take D6 mortal wounds. It's a 4, which they ignore on 5s. Oh no! 3 of them die from the explosion.
All right,
Oh,
friends.
goodbye, neophytes. Characters will take D3 mortal wounds.
Emperor Champion?
So he takes 2 mortal wounds. Does
But
he ignores mortal wounds on a 5+?
Yeah, we just ignore more wounds for our rules.
Oh, he takes 1.
That's not
Oh, that's right. So they would have ignored that anyways,
Yeah.
even without the litany. So he's down to 3 wounds. And then D6 mortal wounds to the hybrids. Ooh, 5 of them. So I'm going to randomize which ones get hit by this, because we've got 9 models here. So basically I'll roll D10s, I'll re-roll 10s, because there's 9 models there. I'll say number 1 and 2 are the missile launchers. So this is the first ones. Oh, we lost a missile launcher. And a regular guy. So that brings us down to 7 guys. So now I'll simplify it. I'll roll D6s, and if any of them's a 1, we get that last missile launcher. No. It kills 3 more. And you hear shouts coming from down the corridor as well. Now they're exploded. I've replaced them with exploded pipes.
Oh.
Any other shooting?
Everybody else ran. We're just going to sternly talk to the sisters and be like, hey, don't do that again.
Oh, you lost a couple of our guys. Let's actually roll for those 3 initiates. Any 1s and they're dead. Oh, you lose 1 permanently.
One's head fell right off.
Yeah. The other 2 are just kind of, they'll get dragged along, but won't be able to participate in the fight. Well, morale, we've got 5 losses in leadership 7. There's no sergeant there. Oh, we passed morale.
Oh, no.
No problem. They'll remain stationary and fire back on their turn. And so we're going to have some last gun fire, autocannon fire, and then we're going to throw a frag missile into your Crusade Squad. We'll start with the last guns. We got 1 in rapid fire, so 4s to hit and 5s to wound. Nothing. Frag missile, though, we got D6 shots, minimum 3 because of the size of your squad. Oh, we've got 4 shots, hitting on 4s, and wounding on, and wounding on 4s. Nothing. I'll go right back to your turn. You want to throw a litany up again?
Yeah, we're going to give the same squad the ability to ignore damage on a 5+ successfully.
And then we also just roll that die again for your miracle die.
Yeah, what does it take? Lots
A
of
1.
Oh,
Hey,
okay,
that'll be
that's
good
not bad.
For morale.
All right, we're just going to go and...
Get ready to charge.
Well,
in.
he's not moving yet, I guess, but we're moving in the same formation.
Yeah, the other ones will make sure the move to not be in his way, so just don't wrap
Oh,
behind him.
so actually, we didn't do morale for the Crusader squad because they're using the leadership of either +1 from him or the 9 from him. I couldn't fail.
Yeah, you lost 3 guys, that's for sure.
I'll put this on the upper level as I normally do.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're all kind of funneled into one small little place.
Yeah, that's what we like to see.
Yeah.
I wonder if...
Only we
yeah.
had flamer templates and blast templates.
So we are going to go ahead... Well, I guess they don't care about the penalty for moving, actually. So we're
no, they
gonna,
don't.
We're going to keep on going forward
Keep moving forward.
so that they can go ahead and pre-destroy that other door.
Shooting phase?
Am I going to like randomly hit my own guys as I melt it
No,
through them?
I'm not going to do that.
Okay, so we're going to go shoot at the door.
The door behind him, 24 inches.
3s to hit because we ignored that nasty movement penalty, and then
3s.
threes. Okay.
And how much damage? You got to roll. You don't get any bonuses to this. Ooh, 4. That's actually enough. They only have 4 wounds.
Oh, okay.
Like their toughness 7, 4 wounds, 3 out save. So it's tough for like chainswords to get through,
Gotcha.
but the meltas will just peel right through it. So as you explode that door open right past the cultists, you do reveal some behind. The door blasts open, actually killing a couple acolytes in the process. And you see currently working on some of the pipes are acolytes with these huge rock saws that are cutting. They're currently cutting through them. And behind you see a strange figure robed in purple. And right after that blast, as the dust settles, you're actually to see him slink away and disappears. Next shooting?
Okay, so next I'm going to fire... It doesn't make sense to not shoot my bolt pistols forward, so I'm going to. I'm going to fire the Sword Brethren at them, and then the squad. So I'm gonna
That way
fire,
they're all in range.
Yeah, I'll fire them all together. There's going to be a total of 6 bolt pistols on 3s. Whoa, get in my hand.
And 3s. Ooh. 5 up saves. 1 of them survives. It's the missile launcher!
Well, we're Black Templars. We're going to go ahead and charge into that missile launcher.
It looks like 6, maybe 7 inch charge.
And that's going to be plenty.
7 inches is in.
Now, unfortunately, there's not going to be any room. Whoops.
Well, you should have plenty of room to kill one guy.
No, there's not enough room for the Emperor's Champion to charge.
No. Everybody else has to stay back.
I'll go first.
Pile in.
See how many bodies we can get in this fight.
Looks like the 4 of them will be able to fight.
Action, chop him down real good. Power axe
Sergeant.
hitting on 3s and wounding on 3s. I think we got him.
AP on that?
2.
It's 2. Okay, he's dead then. The sergeant chops him down. And then consolidate forward. As you move forward, you notice the ground is slick with gore of all sorts of other dead bodies from the explosion. The Genestealer cult's turn. They turn their attention, and they smile at you as they turn on their rock saws even higher. They flick a switch, and all of a sudden you're...
Probably shouldn't open that door. You're 2 for 2, sisters.
And then bounding around this side is that strange purple cloak
How do you
figure.
get there?
Exactly, I don't know. One of them hucks what looks like some sort of blasting charge at you, and the rest of them open fire with their pistols. So blasting charge does D6 shots. You're at 5 guys now, right?
There's 5 there, yeah.
Yeah, so there's no minimums anymore, so just 1. And so we'll just toss that in with the 4 auto pistols because they're all the same. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 5s. Nothing. This figure over here then charges in. 5 inches is enough, just barely. And then these ones obviously are going to charge in too. They're stuck, pretty much just there. We'll make sure to move the rock saws forward so they're in the fight, and the rest of them are just going to cheerlead from behind. The cloaked figure throws back his purple cloak, revealing extra limbs and several swords. He's holding several blades. It looked like he was just holding one, but once he whips back the cloak, turns out he's a horrible mutant underneath. You could kind of tell that from outside, but not as much, as he just has this look of glee on his face as he jumps at the Crusade squad and starts to chop at them. We got 4 attacks hitting on 2s with his blades.
Love it!
You lucky son of a gun!
Oh.
You are so lucky, because these are they're only strength 4, but they are -3 AP against the Crusade squad that ignores 0 and -1 basically. Or they get an extra save against that, so you'd only have a 6-up save. And they're 2 damage on the charge. That whole ignoring wounds on a 5-up.
That was gonna, yeah.
Probably not gonna help you. He could have easily chopped down 3 of them. Well, let's see if he gets one of them. 4's to wound. He does. That's -3, so you get a 6-up save.
The God Emperor protects.
And that's
Almost.
2 damage, so you get ignored on 5s. You gotta roll double 5+. Oh! He does protect!
Keep faith in the Emperor.
But then, as he snarls at you, a tail all of a sudden whips out
Ow.
and slashes at
No,
you.
he's definitely not human.
You're starting to suspect this.
this guy's off.
The tail hits on a 2. And then it's also strength 4. Wounds on a 4. No. It's only -1 AP though, 1 damage.
This guy's terrible.
Well, I rolled 3 1s.
I don't get it.
You could have easily
Garbage.
down 3 of your guys, but yeah. The rest of the cultists are kind of stuck where they are, so we have 2 heavy rock saws. Maybe they'll do the trick, and then some rending claws. Rock saw! Hitting on 3s. Oh, come on, guys.
All right, I'm liking this.
Strength 8, 2s to wound. We got 2 of them. These are AP -4, so they ignore your 3-up save, and you don't get the +1 save against them because not AP 0 or -1. And they're 2 damage apiece. Does the Emperor protect?
First
5+?
guy.
No, he's dead.
Second guy.
Also dead.
Half dead. We're gonna go this
Chops
way.
through 2 of them, and then we have the rending claws. Rending claws from the 2 others, hitting on 3s, and then wounding on 4s, but 6s are AP -4. So we got 1 -4, so you don't get a save, but you can ignore it on a 5+. Oh, the Emperor protects. And then they whip out their knives. Well, they don't really. They had another arm was holding a knife that they try to shiv you with. 3s to hit and 4s to wound. These have no AP, so you get your 2-up save because you get +1 against it. All of that only cut down 2 of them. So now you can go back at them. So how would you like to pile in?
Well, I actually like how I'm sitting. There's room for me to get
staying
by.
away from
I want
the
to stay away
locusts?
from him for now because the Emperor Shaman is to take care of him.
Okay.
So we're gonna do chain swords into the evil not humans, hitting
they-
on 3s
Partly human. Jeez.
and 3s.
I'm assuming that we're just going to keep giving them the...
Yeah,
They're in the
the-
assault doctrine
yeah.
right now. Now they're part of the way. Now that won't matter for next one. So they're AP -1 is what we're getting at. 6-up saves then. So I lose 2 of them to that. And then you've got the power axe.
Hitting on 3s, that power axe. Oh,
3s
and then
to
those
kill.
are wounding already. Cause
Oh, that's right, because you're in assault doctrine.
at -3.
That kills 4 in total. So we'll kill 4. Keep the rock saws alive. So let's do our morale. So what is your leadership right now? Because you're at -1 because of the locust. Are you
Well,
close
that
enough to
makes
get...
me 7. No, I'm definitely not close enough for that, so I'm 7.
And you lost 2?
I have.
So you could fail on a 6, but you'd have to roll 6 twice because you get to re-roll it. I am leadership 7 and I lost 4. So I will fail on a 4+. No, again with the 1, I'm like, whatever. Or the 4-armed emperor. 2 of your initiates, do they die permanently? If you roll 1s, they do. No,
Flesh wounds.
They're fine. Back to your turn. You get another faith die.
Yes.
I think what we'll probably do, because of how many turns we'll do, is we'll cap them out at 4. And this will be your 4th one.
That's reasonable.
And so then once you start using them, you can replenish them. Litany.
So I'm gonna give the litany to the Emperor's Champion, so he can ignore damage on a 5+.
What do you have to roll?
3+.
Okay.
The Emperor's Champion will also use his helmet on himself, so it'll count as being the Assault Doctrine, extra AP, but whatever. And that's it for my hero face.
For the beginning of the battle phase.
Yes,
or
the
beginning of the
phase?
turn phase.
Yeah. Now it's time to surge on forward. Everybody's gonna go try to get. Except
Everybody.
So I was gonna advance them, but I think I'm scared. I'm afraid of the rock saws. I'm gonna see if I can blow up the other pipes, and maybe explode on the rock saws, but not my friends. And if honestly, if they kill any more Marines, they're gonna be having a timeout.
Shooting phase?
Well, first of all, I want to start here and try bolt pistols.
3 of them.
Maybe we can. Oh goodness. Nope. Okay, Melter's going for the pipes.
Hitting the pipes back here.
Wait a minute. They were also attacking the pipes.
They weren't attacking the pipes. They were cutting through the pipes. 3s to hit, and then 2s to wound. So you do bust through this pipe, so we'll replace it with these broken sections. But it's dry.
No.
Yeah, they were working on it, so they had already turned it off.
With no other shooting, we're going to charge herself with the Emperor's Champion, and he is going to go ahead and get onto this character.
You want to wrap him around so the chaplain can get in there?
Is there enough room? Yeah,
enough room.
Yeah, there we go. And then, I want the chaplain as well.
Chaplain's got enough. And that's
that'll
everybody
be
that can
enough.
fit. Now, a little warning, and I already told Steve this, but I'll tell everybody else this. The Locust always gets to fight first, even if he didn't charge. Now, obviously, fighting first is also for people who charge, and so Steve will get to fight with one of his guys, but if he doesn't kill the Locust, then the Locust will get to fight after that.
Oh, I think we got this, though. 6 attacks to the Black Sword on the charge, hitting on 2s.
You get to reroll everything because he's a character.
And then wounding on 2s, also re-rolling. Actually, I took for any 6s. But these are going to be all like -4 D3 damage.
I have 5 up in bones, man.
Ooh,
As
you
I
can roll
dodge
high.
around.
You can roll high.
I can survive this. All
You
those
could.
ones I've been rolling, now they're going to be 5s and 6s. Okay, no. That, you don't have to roll your D3.
That's enough,
He's only got 4 wounds. And you chop through him. And he was a secondary objective, so that's 3 more experience for the Emperor's Champion.
We're going to go ahead and consolidate, and then we're going to go ahead and pile in.
But he can't fight, he's too far away. Right?
Yep.
Or did he get within an inch by fitting between those two? That's fine. I get to choose next then.
Yep.
So then the Roxas. Oh yeah, it wouldn't matter if you got within an inch. You didn't choose them as a charge target. That makes sense. Roxas hitting the Crusade squad on 3s. That's a little better. 2s to wound and probably kill. Because you don't have ignore wounds on them right now. Yep, they're all dead.
No.
Why?
Give me a second. I'll think of a reason.
They ignore mortal wounds on a 5+.
Can we call that mortal wounds?
I know, you would think they would be mortal wounds because they killed you. So
It was mortal.
it was mortal, but I don't think that's what the rules mean.
Uh-oh.
So we're going to roll to see if these guys are permadead. I'm just going to throw the models around like you don't care. So you have 2 regular guys. One's they're dead. Oh, one of them's permadead. And then the sword brother.
He's fine.
He's okay. That would have been awkward to have a Crusade squad without a sword brother. Although we could grab one of the veterans and just
promote him?
I think I would have.
Or-
Well, not promote him. He just joins them and leads them. And then they will consolidate because they want to. On to the Gene Stealer cult turn. Yeah, that's right. I didn't have to consolidate into you because it was my turn next. So I take that back. Because I want to try.
Oh, they're thinking.
They have some sort of tactics. They're not dumb. Gene Stealer cult. If anything, if you want to play Gene Stealer cults and have any chance of winning,
You gotta play super smart.
You gotta be very smart. Now, not in this narrative setting, obviously. But yeah, they're not going to charge in. They're not going to consolidate in. They're going to charge in. But before that, the Sister Kathael hears a scuffle from behind and looks back just in time to see several enormous creatures crawl through the vents. And the way they crawl through the vents is eerie because they're so big. And yet, have you ever seen like an octopus fit through the smallest of spots? Have you ever seen that?
Creepy.
And it's just like the creepiest thing. Because it's like, how does this enormous thing fit through such a small thing? Well, the Genestealers aren't exactly, they're not, they've got bones and carapaces and stuff, but they still manage to kind of fit through things that just doesn't look like they would fit
Well, it's
through.
like that scene from Aliens 2 when they're all in the grate, or they're above the ceilings.
Right.
All flat doing this thing.
Exactly. Well, you see them kind of pop out of grates, but when they stand up and they're 7-8 feet tall,
Right.
you're just like, how did you fit
How
in
did
there?
you...
And again, and you even see a couple of them kind of like, you hear cracks as they reset limbs and get ready to scuttle forward.
That's gross.
So we're gonna hurl a blasting charge and toss and shoot an auto pistol at your chaplain. So D6 shots for the blasting charge, 2 plus an auto pistol hitting on 4s. And they'll declare a charge against both of them because you're just gonna heroically interview me anyways. So I might as well just, I don't know why I rolled. I'm literally an inch and 1.01 inches away. Genestealers though need a 9-inch charge. They're only gonna declare a charge against the canoness. 9 inches. No rerolls. You ready, Steve?
I'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
I'll
You
be
got your
fine.
faith. The Emperor protects. Oh yeah, you're fine. Into the fight phase, we're gonna put. We're gonna have the 1 tango with your Emperor's Champion, and the 2 rock saws go into the chaplain. Poor chaplain. Let's take him down. 3s to hit him. Uh-oh.
Okay.
And he's just toughness 4.
Yep.
Nothing special about him. So 2s to wound him. But he's got a 4-up invuln.
I just gotta make one of them survive, and we make one of them survive.
He'd take 2 damage. So he's down to 2, and then we got the attacks into the Emperor's Champion. Start the Rending Claws, 3s to hit, and then we're looking at 4s to wound, but 6s are rending. Neither. And then he pulls out a knife, tries to stick it between the ribs. He hits. He gets it to the ribs, and there's no AP.
2 up! We're good.
So we got it under the armor, because you rolled a 2, man. That was close. So you seemed like get it somehow between the plates.
Got it.
And then you just like flex a
Place
peck and
like
it
that.
breaks the knife in half.
Space Marines do.
So who wants to do the honors?
I think the chaplain wants to try to whack him first, because I know the Emperor's Shield will definitely kill him.
Emperor's Champion?
Champion.
Are you? You have something you want to tell me, Steve?
Look, if the Emperor doesn't protect, we have to turn to somebody.
Slanesh is your first pick?
Actually, it would be. All right, we got 4 attacks because you charged me. Oh, wait, not 2s.
And then,
And when we got 2s, we made our strength really good.
yeah, your +1 strength.
-1.
Probably dead unless I roll at least 2 6s. I roll no 6s. That's an experience for the chaplain. Now it is your turn, Steve. Now we're not going to be doing any more miracle dice because you're
Yeah.
already at your max 4, but you could do a litany.
I have this. Oh yeah, I will do litany. So we'll give the Emperor Champion your damage on a 5+ again because I want him to stay alive. Got it. A 3+.
Emperor really is listening, not like last time.
The Emperor Champion will also give himself the Assault Doctor. You know what? We'll give the Assault Doctor to the Chaplain. I don't think it matters, but we'll do
Well, because
that.
you have the worst AP on him, right?
Yeah.
So you get a little bit of extra AP. You got some Genestealers coming up behind you.
What's going to happen now is I think we're going to go ahead and split the party here. Now we're going to turn to face the enemy. And then the Sword Brethren are going to be like, they got this, and they're going to move on forward.
They have fought alongside Sisters of Battle enough to know that even though they may not be superhuman, their faith gives them strength beyond what their bodies cannot.
We'll just go ahead and kind of peer around a little bit.
Going to regroup, not get too impetuous.
Yeah.
Shooting phase.
We'll start off with the bolt gun from the canoness here. Rapid fire 2, so we have 2 shots on 2s or 3s actually, I forget. And 4s to wound. We have 1 wound.
5 up invulnerable. 1 goes down. Cut down by the condemner bolt gun.
We got, is this a bolt gun? Yeah, 2 more bolt guns coming in.
And then multi-melted if that doesn't work.
Sorry.
Okay.
We're rolling
ones.
1s. And 4s. 2 more.
5 up invulns. 1 dodges as the other one gets cut down. Turns to mist as he explodes.
Multi-meltas. Rerolling the 1s, hitting on 3s. Loving it.
2s to wound. All
Nice.
3. As they dodge out of the way on a 5 up invulnerable save. 1 survives. Dodge, dodge, dodge. And this one just ducks behind the crates and survives the blast.
He gets the honor of dying by chainsword from the canoness.
Yeah, that's a
Boom.
yeah, okay.
So with our chainsword, we're going to be hitting on 2s.
Reroll
She does
ones.
reroll 1s for herself. And your strength is 4, right? Your toughness is 4?
Toughness is 4. So you're
You know what? I
fives.
think. Yeah, I'll just roll this. Oh no!
Oh,
Oh
just
no!
5 up invulnerable. Ah, you got him. Dodges around, but 1 finds purchase, cutting this Genestealer in half.
Just going back this way.
So we're going to switch to out of turn-based for a moment, as
That's
everything
fair.
seems to be calm. So I'll basically allow you to reposition before
basically, yeah,
before you open any more doors.
We would wait for them to catch up, and then I want to go into this room.
Okay, so basically, position yourself the way you would before you would open or try to... These doors are all locked, by the way. So before you'd blast your way through the next door, where would you be positioned? And then we'll start your next turn.
Well, okay, can
get
I
a litany.
ascertain... Well, yeah, we'll do all that up first.
What was your question? Can you ascertain?
Well, like, why were they working on this? Is there an obvious reason what this is doing?
This one is currently shut down. They were doing some sort of... when Sister Kathael looks at it, she remembers there being certain generators down here that powered basically... there's several parts to this whole cathedral that require a lot of power to be able to do the computations to sift through. Because it's a combination of psychers as well as Adeptus Mechanicus have installed a lot of like cogitators and essentially computers to sift through all of the data that comes through the music. And between the two of them, so it's part psychic and it's part mechanical. And so it appears that they are modifying all of the mechanical aspects of it.
Would there be value in disabling it?
It already is disabled. Like destroying that
Beyond
pipe.
repair?
Well,
I guess that thing, okay. I think
she might hesitate to do that because you want to retake it and be able to use it. But they appear to be modifying everything.
Okay.
But to what end, you're not quite sure.
I think we're good then.
Okay. But yeah, this one's currently not functioning. It's turned off. It looks like they were doing repairs or modifications to it. So a litany?
Okay, we'll do ignore damage on a 5 up. This time I'm going to give it to the Sword Brethren. And then we'll give them also the...
Assault Doctrine?
Yeah.
So straight to the shooting phase?
Yeah, we're going to knock at the door with our multigans.
Knock, knock.
3s re-rolling 1s and 2s.
The 3s, actually.
Oh, that's right.
How much damage?
So
The 5 is enough, so you don't have to see if you do more. Blam. Beyond, you see more workers currently lifting and carrying crates and containers. Some of them they're obviously doing more modifications to this area here. There's also a couple sentinels that are sitting guard, and a Primus shows himself on the other side. Do you have any other shooting you could do?
Well, I guess I have a bolt. Yes.
You got a bolt pistol and a bolt
So
gun.
we'll do the bolt gun. No, we'll do his bolt pistol first. Into those neophytes. Oh, he misses. We'll do her bolt gun into them. And re-rolling ones. I remember one. And we're rooting on 3s. We had 2. Oh, wait.
5 up save. So 2 die. And then you've got a bolt pistol.
One more
for it.
bolt pistol. 3s to hit and 3s. No, we're done.
Nothing.
The Sword Brethren are going to. Oh, wait a minute.
You want to run out there by themselves?
They'll wait.
Yeah, they're only 1 wound each, right?
We'll wait.
Because they're not
If
primary.
you ignore on a fight, you know what? That's not Black Templars. We're going in. Sword Brethren. Maybe that's it. I reroll one or both.
9 is
That's
definitely
gonna
in.
be in. We're gonna go a little bit this way.
Well, goodbye to those guys.
And you know what? If the dice say it's a thing, it's a thing.
Emperor's
Clear your charge.
8. You needed a 9, so hold on before you reroll. You had 2 4s.
I know.
You gonna reroll both of them?
Go for both.
Well, it wouldn't have helped anyways. All right, now the Sword Brethren get to go in and cut down those neophytes.
And hopefully.
And poor workers. Some
exactly
of them are just
that.
workers. You don't even know. Some of them might even be tricked into doing
They
it.
have too many arms.
Not these ones. These ones all have 2 arms.
Oh, they have funny faces.
They're all bald. Some of them have ridges. Some of them don't.
They have no hair for the Emperor.
I'm sure the lightning clouds will do the trick.
Lots of attacks on 3s. Oh, they have.
They're dead.
Yeah,
Yeah. You're an assault doctrine, so 6 is automatically wound. And you're at -3 AP. Did you want to consolidate
Yes.
this last cannon? Yeah, it's probably a good idea, so he doesn't get full ballistic skill against you.
More importantly, as he backs away, he's gonna shoot me.
On to the Gene Stealer cult's turn. The Primus actually turns around and disappears.
No, I hate that. It's the worst. It's so annoying.
And I will not back away. So these acolytes will actually come this way. These neophytes will come this way, and one of them hits a panel on the wall and opens the door. Not locked to them.
I didn't know they had the key card.
Well, now you know. And the Scout Sentinel will just zip over here. You can see the cannoness through all that. Last cannon to the face. Now it's heavy, so I get -1 to shoot in close combat, so 5s to hit. Oh boy! 2s to wound. That's a wound. Do you get a saving against that?
Yeah, it's -3.
So 6
Oh,
up.
6 up. Nope.
And it does D6 damage. 2. Can you roll 2 5
Watch this.
Oh, so
no.
close. One of the sword brethren goes down. Which
Oh,
one?
you know.
Lightning claw or chainsword?
No, you could roll really low.
No. Okay, there we are. Does he die permanently? On a 1, he does not. And then over here, we're gonna heavy flamer the canoness. D6 shots that automatically hit. 3. 3s to wound. We got 3 wounds at -1.
4 save.
Oh,
no.
3 wounds. Ooh, she's down to 2. Now declaring charges. We'll start at the acolytes. We'll declare a charge here. I'm just gonna move them their minimum 2 inches. Because you didn't remove that guy. They could have failed. The neophytes here will declare a charge against your chaplain and canoness. They're in.
Yep, that might.
One of them comes in screaming with a power pick.
Just get these out of the way for you. Ah, you're fine.
Get what out of the way?
The dice.
Oh, we're not worried. They're all small models. We are in.
I would like to heroic intervene.
Ooh, 6 inches, right?
Yep.
You can fit in there.
Ah, that was all kinds of illegal. I'll just
That's
go
fine.
over here.
That's fine. You're in, and he pushes the pipe out of the way. We'll start with these 5 acolytes. They'll pile in and murdernate these veterans. Do the power drill or the heavy rock drill, hitting on 3s. Ooh, they both hit. Wounding on 2s. They both wound. -3.
6s.
And they're only 1 damage, so 5s to ignore. Oh, the drill goes through both of them. You know, let's see if
roll
they're
that
dead.
right
Neither of them die, though, so you're lucky that way. And then the neophytes over here will fight. We're going to put all 5 attacks onto the canoness, because they're all within half an inch of a guy within half an inch. Sorry, I got to do the pick separately. So these are the regular, just hitting you with the butts of their weapons, hitting on 4s. Ooh, 3 hits. Wounding on 4s. 2 wounds.
Okay, you have more attacks, right?
I have the power pick.
What's the AP on that? So we're going to lose 1 at a time. 3 up save.
Uh-oh.
Okay, well, I'm going to use a miracle die on this one. I'm not going to risk it.
Okay. That's your only act of faith in this phase, so you're down to 1 wound. I still have the power pick. He swings the power pick, hitting on 4s. And they both miss. Emperor protects. So who's going to chop back? All 3? Any of
It's
them?
going to be the Emperor's champion. He does all the work.
Yes, he does. 2s to hit?
Yep, and he does re-roll.
No, there's no characters.
No, he always rolls to hit. Wait, was that one of
No,
them?
that's only against characters. 2s to wound.
Oh, Matthew was right. We
No
have
reroll 1s because they're not characters or monsters.
3.
So 3 of them die.
Okay, all right.
But you got the chaplain and the sister canoness to do it. So who's next?
That's gonna be the chaplain. He hits on 2s.
This
Okay.
is once.
And
He's
then
strength 6 as well,
Yep,
for the +1. And what's
2 more at AP 1.
6 up save. They both die. 2 more die. And then you got the canoness to try to finish them off.
5 attacks with a chainsword. She's hitting on 2.
And she does reroll
Rerolling 1s. And he 3s to no
4s
4s to wound.
but 2
She
damage.
is only strength 3.
5 up saves. I got 2 guys left. And one of them survives.
Ooh.
Obviously the power pick. Morale, he's leadership 8. I've lost 6 buddies, so 1 or 2 I will pass. And I pass again,
Okay,
not failing
nice.
morale in this game. And then we go into your turn. Now you can roll a miracle die because you used 1.
That's true. Let's see. A 3.
That's enough for a save.
That's not. Okay, actually, we gotta do some things here. So we're gonna give the litany to the chaplain. The chaplain ignores damage on a 5+. And we'll also give him the assault doctrine. And that's gonna be it as we run on forward.
He's going to take them all on by himself.
Well, I think the sisters here will help a little bit.
Take down another sentinel.
Yeah.
Shooting phase?
All right, we're gonna put 2 bolt guns into the squad, and then I'll roll his bolt pistol as well. Actually, no, just 2 bolt guns in the squad, and the multi-meltas into him.
Rapid fire bolt guns.
3's the hit.
You're close enough to reroll
Re-rolling
the
1 6 inches,
Yeah.
and 3s.
Threes. I know they look big, but they're still toughness 3. So 5 up saves. You kill 2 of them. You chop them down. And then you're going to toss a pistol his way or throw a frag?
I'm gonna finish my multi-meltas first. I'm gonna roll these 1
Oh,
at a
that's right,
time.
yeah.
So 1 multi-melta on a 3+, re-rolling 1s.
Because you want to see if you want to use a miracle die?
Yeah, another 1 on a 3+. All right, I need 2 hits. So I'm gonna use a 3 to make this hit. So I have 2 hits from miracle die.
That was an act of faith. 3s to wound. Oh, they both get through.
-4.
I don't get -4. No, I got a 7 up save then. So it's D6 damage each. You're not within 12 inches. That's enough. He explodes on a 6. Does not. Goes down.
We'll have a frag grenade go in.
5
shots on 2s and 4s.
5 up saves. 1 more dies. We'll keep the banner and the drill.
Let's charge in.
Hold on. You still have a couple more bolt pistols.
She doesn't have a bolt pistol. I don't know.
Oh,
if
she has a
does
gun.
either.
That's right. Emperor's Champion.
There is a bolt pistol. He hits on 2s and he wounds on not that.
That's right. You just chuck them off. Charge in.
Yep. Send in the chaplain, and then I'm gonna roll the sisters to charge because if they get high enough,
that's where you can kill it before it kills
prevent
you.
me.
Yes.
7.
That's good because otherwise he gets to fight first, and he could actually finish off your sister Canoness.
I'll go this way.
And this will also give her a lookout, sir, against the heavy flamer that's coming your way. Chaplain.
Sorry, over the chaplain. We're hitting on 2s. These already wound you at -2.
Yeah, they're dead. Good job.
Hold it with her back to the wall.
Yeah. Stay away from the flamer.
All right, we'll start off with this power maul here. Oh, again, I'm gonna roll these one at a time because I want to kill him.
With the power maul?
Hitting on 3s. I'll roll my next attack as well.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna roll the wound one at a time. So
3s to wound.
2s. I'm strength. Oh no, 5.
5.
You're right. Uh-oh.
Nothing?
I'm not risking it. Back to faith.
So I will have a 6-up save against your act of faith. My own faith preserves me!
No!
He's gonna chop at the Canoness. Can't let her survive. No. Oh wait, you still had 2 others that could fight.
Oh, that's fair. Oh, yeah, reroll ones.
3s to hit.
And 4s to... Oh, no.
Nothing. Okay, I'm gonna chop at your Canoness.
Oh, no.
4s to hit. They both miss. All that build up.
Thank you, Emperor.
So who's gonna get the extra experience? This Canoness or the Emperor's
Why
Champion?
not the Emperor's Champion?
2s to hit. No rerolls. And
2s. 2.
you got it. Doesn't get a save against that. Well, all that's left is this Scout Sentinel, but it is my turn, so it's going to fire its heavy flamer into those Retributors. D6 auto hits. 5. 3s to wound. 5 -1. You don't have any miracle dice that'll help you for an act of faith. 4-up saves.
Yes.
2 of them go down.
Well.
Obviously, just regular ones.
Pull,
Now roll 2 dice. Any 1s mean they're permanently dead. We won't worry about differentiating. No, we don't.
No,
have to worry.
we can't.
We don't have to differentiate between the bolt gun and the multi-melta because the other one would just pick up the multi-melta. Morale, you're fine.
Yep. So we're gonna go here.
Let's get your 2 multi-meltas in range.
Here.
Move up the Emperor's
Get it
Champion
away.
just in case.
Come
they don't
on
do the
up.
job.
And then he'll make a long bomb charge as well.
Well, he won't have to. 2 multi-meltas.
Yes. We're hitting on 3s. We're wounding on.
Oh.
That's
okay.
fine.
I take
That's
it back.
fine. The Emperor's Champion's got this.
Okay, charge.
Charge.
He's in.
And then you know what? His friend, the chaplain, I was gonna re-roll because he's a Black Templar. And he's you can't.
We'll assume that you gave the assault doctrine to the Emperor's Champion.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
And you were too far to.
He's the
really
only one who could only take it anyway.
Yeah, and he's too far to give a litany to him, so it didn't really
But it
matter.
doesn't really do anything here whatsoever at all. Nothing at all.
Yeah, he's not a monster or a character.
Yeah, 'cause
It's monsters and characters you get reroll.
Actually, no.
wounds.
You go over 3 bomber. No, yeah, you have 4 bomber, right?
Yeah.
It literally does nothing.
Oh, in this case, yeah.
So we're hitting on
2s, no rerolls.
and then we're wounding on 3s to wound. Okay.
And these are -3.
Yeah. So no save.
Oh, minus
it'll be D3.
I have 6 wound free to get through. Yeah, got him. On a 6, I explode.
Don't
How many
blow
wounds do you
up
have left?
on me. I have 3 left on him.
Oh, he only does 1 mortal wound, so
Oh,
I'm not even going to roll it. Yeah, because that is it. You've cleared everybody out as you head forward into the next chamber, which will be our next battle report.
A lot of injuries today.
Yeah, you actually lost 2. You lost an initiate and a neophyte from that Crusade squad. That's super buffed with that +1
That's
to
true.
saves.
That's true.
So that's a bit of a loss, and they're your meat shield. So, but thankfully you didn't lose any veterans. No sword brethren went
True.
down. No retributors died, and you didn't lose any of your
Yes.
characters,
Yes.
which could have been devastating, obviously. So let's look at our upgrades, and then the next mission will be at the link in the video description below in the MiniWarGaming Vault. And remember, you can get a free 7-day trial to go check it out. So let's see what upgrades you guys got. After tabulating the experience points, the Emperor's Champion gets to upgrade for a second time. The Canoness for her first, and then the Sword Brethren, the veterans, for their first. So what would you like to choose for
Let's
each?
do the sword, brethren.
So are they going to choose a single
trait.
weapon? Yeah, battle trait. So first off, which one? 4+ will be the new ones. So new ones, and you get a 1. They can fall back and still shoot and or charge.
Nice. So I made a mistake. I tallied wrong. She did not level
She
up.
already had her first upgrade. She's
Yeah.
not yet to 16 experience.
We're going to go with battle trait.
Okay, which book?
We're going to
The rule book and number 3. So this one is that every time the character would lose a wound on a 6+, he ignores it.
That doesn't stack in 9th edition. You only get to roll one or the other. You can never roll more than one of those.
Right, but right now you only have one that ignores mortal wounds.
That's true. Yep.
So it just means you don't have to put the...
Well, I still could, but
you
I would just use a
put
better
it.
one.
Yeah. So we said before that if you get an upgrade that is something that you have built in, then we would re-roll it, but you don't technically have a 6-up to ignore regular wounds built in. So it'll make them a little more survivable. Well, I hope that you enjoyed that. Make sure you click the link below to go watch episode 4 in the MiniWarGaming Vault right now. If you're not a Vault member, you can still click it and get a free 7-day trial and try out the MiniWarGaming Vault and get instant access to thousands of battle reports and tutorials and all sorts of other stuff, and help support us so we can make more of these. Thanks so much for watching. Happy wargaming.
I learned about Bloody Prometheum.
Yummy.